Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back again to my people. My people, yeah, they're lazy, right? They're working hard, but they're not paying anything. And I want them to pay for my taxes. I've provided shelter, food, fuel, well, some kind of safety. So they have to pay up for this. And also since I have a residence over here now, kind of like, I want to, of course, expand this one here. Build on top of that, build me a bigger revenue and a bigger retinue as well on top of that. So we need money, and money it is. Regional wealth is actually something that we already fulfilled, right? I mean, it's growing rather quickly. The normal treasury though that we need for mercenaries and for soldiers, that's something we need to expand on. So let's go ahead and start with the first thing of action here. And that is going to my manor house over here, to my taxes, and decide that my people have to pay 20% of land tax. Sounds like a lot, is it? I mean, yeah, it's a lot probably, but we have a high approval rating and we're growing too quickly anyway. So let's use that high approval rating to get some money into my pockets. That's important. It's important because I'm also expecting the attack of the Baron at some point, because he has claimed now 3 territories. We're the only ones left, and he's probably going to claim us too at some point, and we need to be ready for this. Hildebord von Bareneute, he's coming, and that's not going to be good. I mean, it's at least going to be fun, I guess. Next though, we have a whole bunch of things to do. The first one is that the first harvest is coming in this year. That's actually really important because food variety is suffering a bit. We have eggs, we have fish, meat is declining, right? So we have halved our meat stockpile so far from 50 to 25, and yeah, employing more hunters is not going to cut it because we are limited by the amount of animals we have in this area here. And yeah, we're keeping it at 20 to have a stable population of deer. Now that's of course a problem, and I'm looking forward to the wheat, and with that also to bread. That is number one. And speaking about the farming, I would like to do something else here. Expand a few more fields because my people are, yeah, not overwhelmed with work. And only when they're overwhelmed, I consider it done. So in this case, 2 fields per season is not a lot. So I need to expand on that. Let's just check it out. We have a bit of a fertile land over there and also down here. So I would like to use this. There's this nice little plateau. And yeah, I love these rice fields in Asia, and this just sounds very, or just looks very similar. I'm going to have one here. I'm going to have another one here that is probably not going to yield that much, right? And I'm definitely going to have a bigger one down here just by that stream here, by that. Yeah, it's not a river, it's a stream. And in this case here, this one's just going to be enough as well. It's pretty fertile area. We can use it for wheat. Actually, we're going to keep it fallow this year, then for wheat, and then for barley. And barley even has 40% on that. That is a lot. This one here is barley, and then we're going to do fallow, and then we're going to do wheat. And this one here is going to be wheat here, fallow, and barley. So we keep a bit of a rotation, right? So these are some solitary fields out here. My farmers should be able to do this, honestly. So they hopefully will work on that at some point. We need to, however, expand the work area. And you know what? We can actually, just go ahead and set it to the highest level, because this is fine. Right, there you go. With that, we have almost all of them in, like this. Should be fine. We'll just see if this actually gets activated with that as well. That's something to see next year because it's a bit too late. Next on the list, and boy, we have a lot of stuff to do, is looking at my tools, because we have tools in now. My smithy has been hard at work, right? We have no more iron, slab one more, but that's not enough. So we can actually unemploy them again, the smithy, and just work on my tools that we have now. There are 19 tools. That's great, right? So we only need for a bit of construction, and 19 tools will last us for a while. Do we still have the trade active? I don't think so. So the iron slab trade is also deactivated. No more problem. That's done. Next on the list is my logging camp, because yeah, the forest is disappearing, right? And we definitely need to do something about that. And this is possible because we have a lot of workforce. That's the forester's hut. Going to have this one over here, right beside my logging camp, and this is going to be responsible for planting new trees, new saplings that we're going to need. Don't need any stone, don't need any planks. Firewood is fine for the moment, At some point we need to switch to coal, but right now we're still fine with the amount of firewood. In order to increase my food variety, what we could also do is we could have burgages with more land. So in that case, we have the city burgages, right? The village burgages. They're rather small, smaller gardens here. Some of them don't even have a garden. And here outside a bit further, I would like to have a bunch more of them that have a bigger, garden, like this one here. It's a huge plot actually of land with a huge garden. This is perfect for vegetable farming, and I definitely want to have that. Let's have another one here. We can also reduce the density. I don't even have timber though for one more, so I'm going to keep it that way. And this looks strange though. Go like this, it would be possible. We'll just see. I need to wait anyway for timber. But some bigger plots like this one here add more vegetables to the mix. Very nice. It's already coming along. At least one more living space, so that we can actually grow again. And I'm going to have then a vegetable garden just here. And look at that. It's a huge one. Just beside this guy here. Have a prime location, really. Nice. And also, over here, the forester hut. Let's assign, some 2 people to that. Let's speed it up early on. We still have 1 more available for construction. And I'm going to make the radius, of course, just as big as the forestation. Not too big though, so I don't want to grow into the city there necessarily. This looks fine to me, right? Might actually move it a bit further over here at some point. And they're now planting. Looking for planting spot. I want to go ahead and upgrade my next resident, my next burgage. There you go. Very important, we need to start also with a blacksmith to produce more weapons. That is spears especially, and also shields. That's actually 2 more artisans that we need. Interestingly enough, despite taxation, we're still having a very happy population. I'm glad to see that. Perfect. Let's also get rid of that family here again. Planting those trees. Because I need someone again that is working in my tannery. So that we process all those hides again. We got 46 hides already in storage. And 36 leather only. By the way, we got 17 shoes. That is providing the needs for my tier 2 population. Tavern and church level would be 2 things that we still need to provide. But right now the penalty is not there, right? I would also like to upgrade this burgage here. So we have 2 more burgages then. One of them is then the already mentioned... joiner's workshop and the blacksmith. The blacksmith is producing tools, spears, sidearms, and iron parts. Very important. And here we're going to have then the joiner's workshop for the shields. There's also a new family. That's the one that is tending to my vegetables. And look at that, we have a drought right now in August. The pond is almost gone. At least there's still the 1,200 fish hiding in here. Somewhere. But look at how far the pond has actually receded from the street, right? She still can't believe it. Yeah, that drought is hurting us. We are losing the yield. I'm going to force an early harvest on this one. And on this one, before we lose any more. There wasn't even a message about it, right? You just have to notice it on the vegetation. And we're losing a lot of wheat right now. Holy cow. It's not going to be the big harvest that I thought it would be. The wild animals, by the way, have migrated over here. Okay. I hope that my corpse pit is not doing too much damage. They moved into my corpse pit. Alright. Harvest has started, but it's not going to be a lot. It's halving my harvest actually, more than that. Only a third of my wheat can be harvested this year. Unfortunately, stuff like that just happens. The next burgage plot has been finished, and we can now have the joiner's workshop. There should also be everything in now. And as we can see, the blacksmith is about to be finished here. Yeah, it takes quite some time, this little hut there. And there it is. And yeah, we can now go for spears, for example, because my goal here right now is to start with, let's just check it out, the militia polearm we need. That needs, oh, the halberds, okay. We could go with the spears or with the axes. Either way, we need some stuff in, and that would probably be the spears, yeah. Or the halberds, honestly. The polearm, sorry, because we have the retinue, that is the heavy armor, right, for protecting, for defense, and the polearms are doing a lot more damage, so this is the one. We need iron slab for that. We can easily afford this, but we need to resume trading again, as long as I don't have my own source of iron anywhere. Import up to 20, and let's have a dedicated trade route for this to speed it up too. Very nice. Okay, the harvest is in the meantime. Not a lot, it's pitiful, to say the least. It's not everything is in yet, right? So they're going to thrash it now. And I can then also... Oh, I can't. We don't have any workforce left. Because the artisans are working then. They're no longer available. So I just have to hold out and see how much we get out of it at the end of the day. That was pitiful. Why do we need to have a drought in our very first year of farming? I can't believe that. I hope that pond stays. It's dangerously low at this point. Yeah, and now the fish is also gone. And yeah, there it is. Sleepy Hollow is being claimed by the Baron. He's attacking us. Okay. We have paid more taxes. We got a treasury of 470 now. I would like to use this to buy me more retinue. Let's just check it out. I have a bunch of them available. We can decide on what we want to do, right? More of defense. We got Fritz here, free line, and here we can now recruit more. Go ahead and do this. Let's push it to 10, I think. And then, shouldn't we be able to also upgrade them? There it is. Getting more and better armor out of that. But it costs. How much money do we still have? 117. 117 is enough to get us a big mercenary group in. This one here would probably be already enough, and it's only 45. Together with my 2 units here, I think we're looking at a good army. It's still going to take a while, so I'm going to wait. Yeah, 20 wheat, that's my harvest. Not going to be much bread. They've already started with the plowing again. I still don't have the invention, right? Heavy plow would be great right now. But what can you do about it? We needed it for the honey. At least the drought is gone. The lake is coming back. This one's kicking in now. I do already have the mercenaries, but they have a long distance to cover, unfortunately. So it also depends on where the Baron will join, but I think he will appear here, right? Pretty close to us. Okay, the mercenaries have arrived and we can finally resolve that conflict. So he's now going to be spotted somewhere. Oh, that's him. That's a lot, and he's close, right? So let's actually also get me my guys, and we could get another archer regiment. Yeah, let's do this so that we have as many of them as possible. We actually got some melees here too. And by the way, I've got 100 coins, so let's actually also, wait a second, get me some 2 more in, right? That's 12. Every single one of them, whoops, every single one of them counts. And let's get them going right over here. And let's just check out where he's joining. He's probably going to enter here. We don't have any defenses yet set up there. So what I can do, however, is I'm going to set me up here because we still have the advantage of elevation of the terrain. So there's my jolly good band coming along. This always looks a bit epic, right? Rushing towards the rally point. There's my retinue. Let's get them over too. Wouldn't make sense for him to enter here, honestly, right? This is a very bad position. But we'll just see. He's marching right now. He's not running, of course, because that would cost him stamina. But looking at his angle, he's actually going over there, I think, right now. Well, yeah, he's probably actually coming here. That would be super interesting. Yeah, all of my units have been raised now. So we also got my own, and we got, of course, the mercenaries. The mercenaries are the ones that are fighting first, because, you know, losing them is not a big deal to me, whereas losing every single one of my own units actually, well, would be workforce, right? My own people. Yeah, he's going over here. He's not using this area for whatever strange reason. So what we can do is I can hopefully get my archers set up here, so we can fire from up on that hill. Most interesting. Oh, he's splitting. Yeah, he's splitting. He's trying to flank me. And he's still in the forest, so what do? We can't do anything, right? We can only watch. Can I get as close there as possible? Oh no, we can't. So I can only hope that we can actually we can shoot here, right? Where are you going? Okay, now some of his... He's got 36 retinue. Holy cow. That's a lot. Yeah, and we can shoot already. That is super nice. He's also coming from that side, so I will need to have some troops. Probably going to take my retinue, because that's archers, actually. He's not losing anyone yet, though. Why is he not losing any soldiers? I mean, we're raining down on him, right? And he's not losing anyone. Like, those arrows need to kill someone. And now we're actually flanking him, kind of like, and he's still not losing troops? How's that possible? Okay, he for some reasons is also on the wrong side of the map here. Now he's losing troops, right? Now he's having a problem there. Getting flanked by my archers. How's my retinue doing in the meantime? Yeah, they're chasing those guys here now. That's also a bit of a strategic, strange thing that he's done there, right? Sending his archers in, trying to flank me. Without any defense. His retinue is going down because we are shooting them in the back from up here. And right now, only my mercenaries are engaged in hard combat, right? Only the mercenaries. Broken. There's still those guys here. And broken. Perfect. It's a retinue that's also broken now, and we've won. Basically, we've won at this point. Save for the archers. Okay. Nice. I love my plateau, honestly. That is just super nice. And yeah, what we are doing about that one. That's going to be... There it is, engaged in some kind of very dark forest. And this will not be good for him. His archers fighting my heavy armors now, my knights. And for some strange reasons, we're losing this one. This is impossible. Like, his archers are... Yeah, we're fleeing. His archers are stronger in melee combat than my retinue? Are you kidding me? Okay, so he's advancing now again. Yeah. Take the mercenaries. Just what the hell? I mean, it's not decisive, right? We're still winning, of course. He's hidden right now. I cannot attack him. But let's face it, that was just very strange, right? Shouldn't be the case, really, that his retinue is... My retinue is weaker in melee combat than his archers. But okay. That was the last one, right? Or do we still have enemy units somewhere? I don't think so. I think it looks clear. He might send in reinforcements, though. That is entirely possible. And I think my retinue comes back once the war is over, right? Will take them some time. Because of course we haven't lost all of them. Just up to, I think, 8 were still left before they decided to flee. Okay, we got some money in again. So theoretically I could also hire once again some mercenaries. Right, these guys here look great. And they would actually also spawn in Sleepy Hollow right away. So in that case, even if he gets reinforcements in, we still have our plateau. We barely lost anyone, by the way. So overall, this was super successful. I'm going to keep the... mercenaries intact so that the rest of my own troops, they can be disbanded, right? And only the mercenaries, they, you know, a flock of the crazy geese. They're going to stick behind and protect my plateau here. Just in case there's still something coming. The rest needs to work again. Also, bodies need some burial. We don't have that much workforce. Yeah, the wheat is still waiting too because I think they're plowing the fields. Yeah. Not that much I can do. So 66 days. He's most likely sending in reinforcements again in a couple of days. So we'll just see. We should get a message about this. Okay, we don't need 2 families anymore for the logging camp. And as we can see, the reforestation takes place. Or it takes shape. So we can already see now lots of new trees growing everywhere. This is super helpful. And by the way, there's still lots of logs here that are also ready to pick up. I also don't need a tanner. And firewood-wise, we have 10 months of supply. Flank-wise, we're still fine. This is something we just need to check all the time. Let's have 2 families taking care of the corpses. Otherwise, this is going to be quite the penalty. And you don't want to have taxation, winter, and corpses as your penalty. And I really would like to keep my taxes up. Normal life continues. For now. Okay, so it was to be expected. And there we have the next attack. That's just one of the things that I really don't like about this game, unfortunately. Those reinforcements, they're just in full force again, right? It's the same amount of troops. Also full 36 retinue again. Yeah, and you basically have to fight them again. And the thing is, I can't do anything about it, right? So I still have the same troop number because we don't replenish that quickly, of course. And also I don't have the money for any, yeah, reinforcements because I need to pay my mercenaries all the time here. So the next payment is already due in 17 days. And that's that. And for an early battle, this is just very hard, honestly, right? I mean, we're playing on challenge mode. So in that case, you have to face some challenges. But this is just, yeah, it's one of those things that I don't quite understand. So let's get those archers up here again. And have my units protect them here somewhere. Yeah, probably somewhere here so that we can flank them, right? So if I keep my archers here and they attack my melees here, then we can actually flank them on the side again. This is my goal. Using that terrain advantage again. The problem is, yeah, he's flanking once again with his archers. And this time around also with those brigands. This is nuts. This is going to hurt me. Okay, he's not doing it. He's actually moving down again. So we are raining down on them once more. He's still coming with the brigands now over there. So I need to take care of these guys here with one of my archer units. What is that? Why is no one attacking them? Would you please engage in combat? What the hell? Now we are having them, you know, we are shooting them in the back. So this is maximum damage. Should be maximum damage. Unfortunately, they're not taking a lot of damage. What is this going? They're also not dying here. Not a single one of them. I mean, they're... Okay, now the first ones are flying. What is that? What are they What are they doing? Yeah, it's 3 of them left. Okay, at least that's one. And let's try to do this while we still have some units here, right? Oh god. His archers have arrived? Where are they? Oh, all the way down here. Now it's really just a race against time. Who can actually destroy more at in that time frame? Yeah, and both of my units are broken. I think we're losing this one now. That is just insane. That is just... That is too much. There's nothing I can do. We didn't really kill a lot of them, right? Even though we had the advantage. Like a major advantage on ground. Let's still try to kill as many of them as possible. I'm going to sacrifice these guys here. What is that? Why are they not dying? Like, it's 36 archers shooting on 2 units and they're not dying. This game can be such a pain. And yeah, you can see this here right now. So they're of course now completely wrecking my archers because, you know, we have the odds reversed. Last time we had no chance with our retinue to destroy the archers of him. Now he's just wrecking my own units. And we've lost the game with that, right? So that's the end. That's the end. That was just such a decisive loss on my part. Baffling it is, honestly. But that's how the game is. It's still early access and there's so many imbalances. And yeah, what can we do about it? Yeah, reload. So, next try. And he's now starting again. This time though, he's not moving so quickly. So we still have 8 days remaining to actually just hold it out. I've got my troops here once again. So that's what you definitely should do when you play Manor Lords. You should always save just before a battle. Because the outcome is just so vastly different every time. Sometimes, you know, my units get wrecked. Sometimes the enemy units get wrecked. And up to this day, I really don't understand the combat techniques behind it that much. Because, you know, like, if 36 archers can't defeat two spearmen from afar and from close up, then I have no idea what's going on. Those 2 spearmen must be heroes with mythical abilities. In this case here, it's December already, so he's not going to have that much time anymore, right? Because when that runs out, he's losing the fight. So this time he's actually not advancing. Which is also a pity, because I would like to see a different outcome. But we also need to work again at some point. I'm using my wheat right now. It's being, yeah, into grains. So we have a family available. So let's use a family on the windmill. Let's activate our windmill to produce flour now, finally, over here. But he's not going, he's giving up actually. That's also okay. That's another outcome you can have. That he's just not advancing. There you go. Let's disband my units. And save up on money again. I realize some of you might be disappointed with this outcome now. Because he just didn't advance on the second try. But you know what? It doesn't matter. He's coming again next year or the year after. That's going to be an ongoing battle from now on. Nothing we can really do about that. Okay, there's the flour. Perfect. That's what I like to see. We have 6 families here now working. Let's actually tone it down to 5 and have one of them working in the oven. Right, so for the first time we can make bread this winter. And there's the first batch of flowers now. Jacob is transporting it over. Most likely to the granary and then from there to the bakery. Lovely. Next year is going to be pretty big, by the way. So we have, I think every field is active for next year. This one's not. Those 3 and this one here. 4 fields. Should I continue to grow? 8 months of food supply. It's not looking so bad. Lots of eggs we have. Lots of fish. And now some bread is coming in. Yeah. Let's... I mean, I don't have anyone construction-wise. No, I really don't have that much workforce. I mean, the windmill will stop working again soon. Once we're out of grain. Ah, nice. The bread is coming in. There we have it. 6 bread already. It's not 1-to-1, right? Like 1 grain is not 1 bread. The ratio is much bigger than that. So we have 6 bread with the first batch already. And we still have 35 grain and flour left. So that's going to be a lot of bread. Another year survived. Year 3 is coming to an end. We have a new type of food. Onwards to new adventures and, yeah, new battles. Stay tuned.